It's all I wanna do.
Week before the Grand Prix, Minardi went on testing day. But hopes were short-lived when the new front wings lock and grip followed Mark Webber flying up the road.
Hello everyone, this is F1 Shadow here, and today we're having the second Grand Prix of F1 Challenge. Go Remo, we're going into Malaysia. We come in 4th place, and the Williams are in 3rd, so let's go to Malaysia.
Let's take a quick look at the constructors next.
After the tragic events in Australia, the teams must now contend with the energy-sapping heat and humidity of the Malaysian Grand Prix. As expected, Michael Schumacher is on pole, but his brother almost rewrote the script. His front row aspirations were denied by Rubens Barrichello in the dying moments of qualifying. It's monsoon season in Malaysia, so did Ron Dennis pack his waterproofs?
The temperature and wind direction and everything indicates that we're going to have a dry race.
It's all set for the toughest race of the year, but we'll have to be patient thanks to an absent-minded Fisichella. Flavio Briatore can barely believe his eyes. Poor parking causes his Italian charge to be sent to the back of the grid. Montoya is also in trouble. His engine can take no more. The rest of the field starts the warm-up lap, leaving the Colombian next to no time to get into the spare Williams. Now the scheduled drama gets underway. Michael Schumacher takes full advantage of pole, leaving Barrichello to fight off Ralph and Jarno Trulli. They all want the same piece of track, and Ralph draws the short straw. Mika Häkkinen just avoids disaster, and amazingly so does everybody else. Super rookie Raikkonen is brought back down to earth by clutch failure, while fellow debutant Montoya makes up for lost time after starting from the pit lane. Michael Schumacher leads from Barrichello, Trulli, Coulthard, Frentzen, Verstappen and Jacques Villeneuve, while Jenson Button learns that you don't give that much room to Jean Alesi. Another Frenchman is out of luck. Panis is okay, but has jettisoned oil, as Minardi's Fernando Alonso quickly discovers. The Ferraris approach the invisible ice rink with predictable results. Both Schumacher and Barrichello are lucky to avoid the barrier, but have all chances of a 1-2 finish slipped away? The Malaysian weather could come to the prancing horse's rescue. Surely stops for wet weather tyres aren't far away. Ron Dennis seeks an urgent meeting with his weather forecaster, while Villeneuve redefines the term aquaplaning. Obviously this is a case for the safety car. Trulli now leads, but heavy braking, dry tyres plus lots of surface water equals no traction. Rubens Barrichello makes the same mistake, swiftly followed by Fisichella. Verstappen also oversteps the limit of adhesion. Coulthard survives long enough to make it to his pit, as does Barrichello. McLaren put the Scot on full wets, whilst Ferrari gamble on intermediates. But a time mix-up loses Barrichello and Schumacher valuable time. What should have taken 8 seconds has taken 9 times that. The safety car spares Maranello's blushes. Häkkinen plays it safe, while his rival chooses the risky option. If the monsoon conditions persist, Ferrari may regret their gamble. Coulthard leads behind the safety car, ahead of Frentzen, Verstappen, Hakkinen and Trulli. Barrichello and Schumacher languish in 10th and 11th. Now the rain has eased, will their tyre choice be vindicated? We'll soon find out as the safety car pulls off. Almost immediately the Ferraris fight back, disposing of Mazzacani in effortless fashion. Verstappen is also on a charge. A light fuel load and little downforce help his arrows blast past Frentzen's Jordan into second. Further back, Barrichello and Schumacher target 7th place Alesi. The Frenchman's Prost offers little resistance to Maranello's finest. Ross Brawn looks quietly confident as his boys start to squabble amongst themselves. The world champion is quick to assert his authority with a bold move around the outside of the Brazilian. Barrichello doesn't make it easy for Schumacher, but the German obstinately sticks to his line and takes 7th place. Trulli is in possession of the final points position, but hanging on to it is easier said than done. The advantage of intermediates is about to hit home at McLaren. Schumacher performs the easiest overtaking manoeuvre he's ever done on Hakkinen and moves up to 3rd. Ferrari look unstoppable at the moment. Meanwhile, Ralph is also on a charge. The arrow's lack of downforce can't halt Schumacher's attack. The German now zeroes in on the leader. The McLaren team faces up to the inevitable as the world champion makes his move. Resistance is futile as Michael Schumacher powers into the lead. There isn't any more rain on the horizon, but a Ferrari 1-2 looks increasingly likely. A traction advantage makes 2nd place Barrichello's for the taking. Hakkinen is in for his first scheduled stop. There are no quandaries about tyre choice now. The Finn rejoins in 8th, ahead of Ralf Schumacher. Barrichello temporarily drops to 4th, however he'll soon retake Verstappen. Coulthard was up to 2nd, but will have to give chase to the Ferraris again. Hakkinen closes on the now 4th placed Verstappen. Despite a horsepower deficit, the Dutchman refuses to yield. Their battle has allowed Ralf Schumacher to close and snatch 5th place. At the head of the field, Michael Schumacher makes his final stop for fuel and fresh rubber. No need to worry about losing the lead. Plenty of concern for Minardi, however, as Tarso Marquez's car develops an allergic reaction to his right rear tyre. The battle for 4th place has intensified. Ralf Schumacher dives down the inside of Verstappen. Jos the Boss makes life difficult for Hakkinen, opening the door for Frentzen as Ralf pits. No such hassles for Michael Schumacher, who's untroubled up front. Meanwhile, Williams focus on Ralph's defence of 5th from Hakkinen. A late pit stop has taken Verstappen out of the picture, and Frentzen is ahead. At the checkered flag, it's a familiar sight.
Now we get on to our qualifying, and you'll think in qualifying was this lap when I got held behind Felipe Massa, and you can just see I'm sorry about that, but you can see how much he was getting in my way. Just look at it. Right now I will get caught to the back of him. Look here, I'm coming closer. Look here, and he just blocks the way. Tried to overtake him, but I can't again, and so frustrating that was. You know, very frustrating, and then I hit him. So that's about it for qualifying.
Hello there. Welcome to Malaysia for round 2 of the 2002 FIA Formula 1 World Championship. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. David Coulthard consistently outpaced his championship rival. He starts first. Michael Schumacher, second. Juan Pablo Montoya just got the edge over his teammate. He starts from third. Rubens Barrichello, fourth. The Williams driver put on a fantastic display throughout the qualifying hour. He starts this race from a very promising fifth. Kimi Raikkonen, sixth. Trulli, seventh. Frentzen, eighth. Irvine, ninth. Massa, 10th. Villeneuve, 11th. Button, 12th. Panis, 13th. Pedro de la Rosa, 14th. Sarlo, 15th. Nick Heidfeld, 16th. Sato, 17th. Alan McNeish, 18th. Giancarlo Fisichella, 19th. Alex Young, 20th. Webber, 21st. Enrique Bernaldi, 22nd.
Yeah, so after that qualifying, we're starting in the 5th place. And it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights, and away we go in Malaysia. In Kuala Lumpur, and look at that. So Yano truly gets ahead of me. Wow, that was a bad start, but I regained the place, and then look at that dive bomb maneuver.
Massa is unable to continue. He's retired in sector 3.
And then Massa retires. Okay, so Barrichello put up a little fight, but just get ahead of him easily, quite easily. And then we continue on behind David Coulthard, and we make this move. Coulthard was trying the last second block, and he would have been without the rear wheel, and I would be without my front wing, so that would have not really worked for David Coulthard. But you know, here right now, Malaysia, very difficult circuit for me. I don't really get it all right, and trailing behind Michael Schumacher, not good there. And Schumacher just immediately gets miles away, and how I later learned in that Grand Prix, I was actually running way more fuel than AI did, so that was something, you know, to look at, which I didn't know in the Grand Prix while racing, so it was really not hard to see that everyone is getting closer to me. Like I make a mistake here, just barely keep David behind me, and no Schumacher getting in front of me. This was really hard to watch, as you know, this thing happened, as we are going to cross the finish line in a matter of seconds. In the last corner, and it's 3 seconds after 1 lap. You can just see how quick that damn Ferrari is, and my deficit is 3.265 of a second. And yeah, so bad. Now we're cutting to lap 4, but I'm still second, and I don't know, overheating tires are the problem in this game, and then I just understeer into every single corner. Coulthard heads ahead of me. I try to cut back, but I make a mistake because of trying to go to the inside of him, and then I let go. A lot of people dropping down to 5th place, and it was so frustrating to see, you know, very bad. And then we cut into lap 5, going up to the 3rd corner, break in, and another mistake. It was unbelievable how many mistakes I made, and I just couldn't stay on track. That's simple. Again, another mistake. you know, and truly behind me was getting closer and closer to me. And then I spin. I was actually very lucky to keep it out of the barriers, you know, to not hit the barriers. And got on to the laps, to lap 6 when I finally get back to the back of the Irvine. Just an easy move into the fast corner, trailing behind Jan truly, though I really found pace now as I was about to pit. I didn't know really why. They were running very low fuel. Maybe they were trying to save fuel or something. I don't know, but now I tried an outside. I decided to go for an outside, but then I decided to do a cutback, which clearly worked going into this fast left-hander. But truly stays in front of me, just out downforces me, and that was pretty sad to see. I tried to move into the inside, but I remember what happened with David Coulthard, so I decided to back out of that. And you know, Ferrari was getting ready for pit stop, so at that point of the race, I really thought that I'm late to pit. Pitting on lap 12 may not be the best of strategies as I go down the inside of Renault, which is not my opponent this year. My opponents in this Williams is at least have to be now when everyone is into the pits, I'm going to push like hell and try to catch them.
Michael Schumacher is in the pits now. If I leave this place tonight and follow my fear, will I find that I am right? I'm held by my own hesitation. Out of night, there's nowhere left to hide. I'm called to find out what you're made of deep inside. Deep inside. Empty dreams I'm living with are leaving me cold. Should I take that this is it, or find out a way to replace this? Out of night, there's nowhere left to hide. I'm called to find out what you're made of deep inside. Deep inside. Out of night, there's nowhere left to hide. I'm called to find out what you're made of deep inside. Out of night, there's nowhere left to hide. I'm called to find out what you're made of deep inside. There is a place we run and hide to get away from what's inside. Try not to give up what is yours. A life is what's worth fighting for. Out of night, there's nowhere left to hide.
finally get to the back of McLaren. And this is Damien Mark Webber's getting in the way of Kim Daly qualified. It was an amazing opportunity, and I didn't want to let the opportunity go begging as I go into the inside of Kim Raikkonen, but when he gets help behind Mark Webber, that was good. And now I'm just in the back of David Coulthard, seeing that 4th place has very big potential to get it. New tires, less on fuel, I'm going to take his place away. Second sector was actually very bad for me. I don't know why, but I was struggling very much in that downforce. Now, trying still chasing David. I knew that if I had a chance, it would be the last corner, as I was significantly better on the straight line of the BMW engine, and then it was my opportunity in those places. Make a mistake here, so I drop a little back, pushing into the last corner. What will I do? Trying to slip through him. He's 7 tenths ahead of me. Can I catch him? BMW engine and slipstream. Gonna make it that one maneuver, and I dive into the inside. Oh, it will be drag race to the line. I hit him, and I was not so good as we finished just behind him, and then my driver decides to stop him and just destroys the back of my car. So, pretty interesting race ending, and as we finish with Schumacher, one Coulthard, Aaron's finish in top as in terms of standings. I dropped down to 5th as my brother goes ahead of me, and then for team standings we go in that is very good, but that's enough for Shadow here, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.